Today's video, we are comparing two different fans, the Lasko Fan, as well as the Dreo TurboPoly Fan. If you guys are interested in either of these, both of them will be linked in the description. We're going to be doing our full in-depth comparison when it comes to power rating, monthly cost. All right, so first let's start off with the basic fan. So this is the Lasko, one of the most popular brands when it comes to Walmart, Target, that you can easily get. Here you have to assemble everything piece by piece, right? You have the blade here, which is fully made out of plastic. This is the base, and then we have the front and the other part. It looks like there is a remote. We have the pole and we have the motor. All right, so we have all the pieces here. We're gonna start off with the base first. So we have that base set, and then we can build a nut. Just put this in here first. See, when it comes to installing stuff like this, time is very important. All right, so that's how you assemble it. Maybe 5-10 minutes to do. So this is what the fan is gonna look like. It looks like it has a blue blade on. We have the base. It's weighted, so you don't have to worry about it wobbling or anything. This one is made out of a metal, so pretty cool. And this one is height adjustable. So we're gonna get the screw. We're gonna put it here at the bottom. We're gonna hand tighten it first. That's what that's gonna look like. So now we could apply the top piece. And just screw this on. So we have a little click. That's pretty much it. Right, now that we have the fan fully operated, you could basically pan and tilt it, right, manually. And then it has like a little lever here at the back, I guess you could say, which should pan and tilt automatically. Some of these models let you, some of them don't. So let's go ahead and turn this on. So it does oscillate, but it's fairly loud and it's not powerful at all. Like it's so weak. It's on the first mode. It does not come with batteries. That's another thing to take into consideration. But it does have control panel here, so we can just use that. It still feels very weak. It moves pretty quickly though, but it's super loud and it's not even going anywhere. All right, so now let's go ahead and show you the power rating as well as the wind speed. It's gonna get loud, so I'm gonna turn on my noise cancellation. Is that real? We're at 67 watts already, and we're only on the first mode. That's more than a Dyson and a Dreo. Let's go to measure the wind speed. When it comes to wind speed, we're about 8.9 miles per hour on wind speed. Let's go to mode 2 now. Dude, this thing just eats power. It's at 77 watts now, 76.7. And for fan speed, we're getting about 9.6 miles per hour for fan speed, which is getting close to Dyson. And finally, mode 3. Very, very loud. We're almost at 100 watts, 92.5. Okay, that gets super loud, but we're at 11.6 miles per hour. That basically beats the Dyson. So this already beats Dyson in terms of power and performance, and it's 50 bucks. That's how you know Dyson sucks. But 11.6, that's close to Dreo as well. Is it more powerful? Let's find out. If you guys made it this far, I really appreciate if you dropped a like on the video. You don't have to subscribe, but videos like this take a lot of time, money, and effort in order to make, and I would appreciate if you dropped a like. It'll help me out. Let's jump back into the video. All right, it's so weird because this is like so much smaller than the, let me just show you side by side, the size comparison. Look at the base. The base on this is huge. You see how big this is? I don't think you see. Look at that. Can you see it now? That's insane. The size difference. The fact that this could have the potential of being more powerful than this says size doesn't matter. No, I'm playing. Don't cancel me. Get that out of here. Almost dropped my camera. In all seriousness though, let's go ahead and find out how the Dreo performs. Now the retail price is about 2 times more expensive than the Lasko, retailing for about $120. You can find it on sale, of course, but $120, let's see what you get. Obviously, you have RGB, you have a newer design, you have sleeker design, smaller form factor. You have a better looking remote here. You have app control, you have voice control, you have touch display here as well, and you have a quicker assembly. You don't have to worry about it. You have a free floating, easy to use lever here to adjust the height. So right now it's at the max height, but you can go ahead and lower it or you can raise it up. The higher you put it up, it will be a little bit more wobbly, but it obviously will be more higher and reach a vast amount of area. let's go and turn this on. We're gonna start off on mode 1. Now since this does have 9 modes, we're gonna go in 3 increments. So we're gonna go from mode 1 to 3 to 6 to 9. Let me go and show you how Dreo app looks. So schedules, timers, temperature settings, RGB control to turn it on and off, quick toggle access. In here you have more options available such as standard, turbo, and custom modes. And then you have 1 through 9 there. You have 4 different modes: normal, auto, sleep, and natural. You have oscillation function settings here, so you can go ahead and customize it, auto calibrate them as well. So you can move this to be however you really want, and it'll move in real time depending on how you move it on the app. You have RGB control here, so if you turn it on, you have pretty much 16 million different colors to choose from when it comes to checking out RGB. 3 different modes here: constant, breathe, and cycle. You can change the speed, brightness. You have panel sound, child lock, oscillation calibration, and ambient temperature calibration there as well. But we're gonna break it down for the energy cost without RGB and then with oscillation functions. So on mode 1, we're drawing about 2.6 watts. For fan speed, we are drawing 3.6 miles per hour. Now let's go to mode 3. All right, so now we're on mode 3. When it comes to energy, we are using about 4.9 watts of power on mode 3. And for our miles per hour here, it looks like we're getting about 6.3 miles per hour when it comes to mode 3. Now let's jump up to mode 6. This is where we'll start to see a huge change. On mode 6, we pretty much doubled in wattage. We are now at 10.5 watts of power. And for wind speed, we're getting 9.8 miles per hour. Now let's jump on to mode 9. So now you'll audibly be able to hear it, but it's still not loud like the Lasko Fan that we checked out. I don't even need to turn on active noise cancellation. For miles per hour, we are at 12.3 miles per hour. And for wattage, we are at a shocking 18.6 watts of power. Okay, but there's also a turbo mode. So let's go to check out turbo mode, see if it makes a huge difference. So now we're on turbo mode. Let's test it out. So on turbo mode, we're getting 14.5 miles per hour. That shows how powerful this is. And for our power rating, we are getting 31.3. So it almost doubled in wattage. Let's go to turn on RGB. It is on the 3rd level of brightness. I don't know if you could see it. Okay, for some reason, whenever you turn on RGB, it looks like it's decreasing. I did it twice and it seemed to go up to 31.3, and then when I turn on RGB, it goes back down. Now let's go to turn on oscillation function for both horizontal and vertical. Okay, so now we're at 36 watts when it comes to turning on both oscillation functions. Okay, so we learned a few things. RGB does decrease the wattage, but it does not affect the performance of the fan. It's still stuck at 14.5 on turbo mode. The oscillation function adds about 2.5 to 3 watts for vertical and horizontal mode, giving us a grand total of 36 watts of rated power. That is still half of the amount of wattage when it comes to the Lasko. The Lasko, I remind you, is 67.8 watts of power when it comes to just the first mode. So the fact that this outperforms it and does way more power just on turbo mode than it does the first mode and draws less power. That's insane. Yes, you're paying a little bit more up front, but you're getting a better unit that lasts longer, is looking better. There's literally no complaints. You cannot complain about this. If you buy it, you will not complain. Okay, let's go ahead and break down each of the wattage real quick. So the Lasko is drawing at about 92.6 watts. Let's give you a perspective on that. 92.6 watts. We're gonna divide that by 1,000. 92.6 divided by 1,000. 0.0926. We're going to multiply this by 8 since that's just an average amount of hours. So this is our kilowatt hours, 0.74. Now we're going to multiply this by whatever PG&E costs per kilowatt hour, and that's how much it's going to cost, 0.22 cents per 8 hours. We're going to multiply this number by 7. That gives us the week, 1.55. Now we're going to multiply this by 4. That's going to give us the month, $6.02. And we're going to multiply this by 12 to get us the year, $74.59. This is the Lasko's price, $74.59 a year. All right, so here's a more concise breakdown. This is the Dreo. You're paying $29 a year, or about $2 a month if you're using it 8 hours a day. This is Lasko, $6.20 a month or $74.59 a year. So you tell me, would you rather pay $30 a year if you're using this 8 hours a day, or would you rather pay 75 bucks? This will eventually outweigh the cost of the Dreo to begin with, and then you're gonna end up paying a lot more. You're paying double for what you get, and you're getting less performance. Whereas the Dreo, you're paying less than 30 bucks a year. That's hypothetical. You're usually gonna be about 2 bucks. This one's 6 bucks. If you have a bunch of these fans, it adds up, especially during summer, in the times where you use ACs, fans like crazy. All right, so you've seen it here first. The Dreo, obviously, I know it's like twice the price, but you can see why basic, you know, it gets the job done, but it's super loud. If you could get away with those stuff, then yeah, but there's also benefits to having a more expensive version. It's smaller, it looks nicer, it has more convenience, and it's cheaper in the long run when it comes to cost. You can pick, you could decide if you're fine with basic, go with basic. If you like the pro version, then go with pro. Treat yourself this year maybe to a good fan, that way it'll last throughout summer and multiple years to come. Without further ado, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.